And you've done some international work as well, right?
Yes.
Could you tell us about that?
Sure. So I feel like so much of my life is just by accident. So when I first moved to Virginia, I started my own company because there wasn't really anywhere to work. And I was on a lot of Yahoo listservs at the time because I had this lull of like 3 months where we were moving military. It just takes forever. And wasn't quite working yet. So I just had all this free time, which as a behavior analyst, like never happens. So I was just super active on these Yahoo listservs and I was interacting with all these different behavior analysts. And when I first moved to Virginia, one of the first families to contact me for services had received services from a behavior analyst in Germany who I had been interacting with already on the listservs as well. His name was Robert Schramm. So it just was kind of odd that that was the only other behavior analyst she had ever had. And a lot of my strategies and interventions that I was using from behavior analytic perspective were similar to how he was providing them services in Germany. So we started working together. She wanted my services because of the similarities. And because of that relationship, like kind of connecting more with Robert in Germany, when he would get contacted by families that needed services because he was in Germany and they might be in Italy or Serbia or different places and he couldn't serve them, he would connect them with me instead. And I was, again, fortunate because I didn't have children yet. I was kind of newer in my career, but had enough experience and knowledge and background to work at that level. So I started out with having a couple of clients, one in Italy and one in Serbia. And I just kept it on my profile on LinkedIn that I provided international services because I liked it. It wasn't anything I ever really sought out. It was just these people would contact me and I really enjoyed working with them. So that led to providing services in a few different countries on top of that, and then providing supervision to people who were seeking either BCABA supervision, meaning they have a certification, but they need oversight from someone like myself, or people that wanted to become certified and become a board certified behavior analyst. So I've now, I think, I don't even know, it's probably like 20 or so different countries that I've had interactions with either through supervision or clients.
Hmm, interesting. So, has anything stood out to you as far as similarities with need across all of these different countries?
So, yes, I think that it's interesting because a lot of people think about in the United States, things are more advanced and we have more access here. And there's funding. We definitely have a lot going on for access to intervention. The schools have individualized education plans that they're supposed to follow. However, I've seen in each of the different countries that I've been to, the families all encounter the same barriers. Even if there is some type of funding, it's a fight to get that funding, or there's no clear way to navigate it. So they're still fighting for services and trying to figure out how to access. Once they get services, the quality varies. So even if there are services available, they're not necessarily receiving intervention from people who really know what they're doing. Um, and the one thing that's really stood out, though, is the amount of perseverance and passion and dedication from the caregivers and the families who want to help their children live the most independent, successful, happy lives they possibly can. It doesn't matter. It hasn't mattered where I've been. That's been the one key factor. And a lot of times I can make more progress and I see more happen in the different countries that I go to, partially, I think, because there is such a lack of resources that making that connection and really learning from someone, they're so thirsty for that knowledge and they just apply it right away. Whereas in places that I've been to in the States where there have been more resources, it's almost like it's too easy sometimes to access. And it's almost like you don't realize what you have. So then people don't actually put anything into place. I haven't had, I know Molly has talked about, and when I was at the Global Autism Summit, some people have talked about some of the more kind of negative side of things where people might have to go into hiding or nobody can know about their diagnosis and things like that because it's dangerous. I haven't myself worked in any of those situations. So it's always been more about everyone kind of knows the diagnosis is there and how can we help this child have the most successful life possible.
You've been watching Autism Knows No Borders. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Click here to watch this interview in its entirety. You can also find us on your favorite podcast app. Tune in each week for engaging conversations of how people across the globe are inspiring change and building community. Thanks for watching. Take care.